Hey guys, welcome back to Casks-n-Que Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. My name's Justin Lloyd, and today we're going to talk about, I always call this Ron Swinson whiskey, Doc Swinson's
There you go.
Alter Ego. This is my buddy David, and we're going to review this for you and let you know what we think. We'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, thanks for sticking around. If you don't mind, before we get started, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. When you do that, that's gonna let you know when I upload a new video so that you'll be bored to death, and it's good for you, and it's good for me, so it's a win-win. Win-lose for you, actually. So David was gracious enough to bring this bottle over and reviewing it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel kind of bad about it. I got this bottle like 3 days ago. It's gotta be longer than that, right?
Yeah, I think you got it maybe a month ago.
Yeah, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Justin, you need to try this. And,
Okay.
And I'm like, well, let's go ahead and do a review on
I'm not gonna turn it down.
it. Yeah. So here we are.
I've had this once before. A buddy of mine had this bottle. It was really strange because at first, I don't think I cared for it, if I remember correctly, and then we went back to it and I liked it. It's one of those deals. This one has some unique characteristics as it is matured in ex-cognac and sherry casks. Yeah. As far as sherry goes, there's a lot of Scotch that's matured in sherry casks. I think there might even be an Oloroso cask involved in this as well. So there's a lot of different flavors. Yeah. This particular company, they bottle mainly and blend out of, where is it,
Washington State.
They're in Washington State. So definitely not
So
Kentucky.
they source all their
bourbons, stuff. Yeah. Do you remember where it was sourced from? Was it MGP or does it say like Indiana or anything like that?
Oh, I'd have to look.
We always have a cheat sheet. It's an MGP product.
This is like 95.6.
Right.
95.8.
95.8.
Yeah.
It seems like any sourced whiskey that I taste, if it's MGP based, I seem to like it. I know it's Indiana, it's not Kentucky. For the purist out there, I totally get it. I'm one of them. But I'm really interested in reviewing this one, and we want to do our best to give you our honest opinion. And whether that influences what you buy or not, I don't know, but we're going to do our best to help you make a decision. So
yeah, so just a little background. This is supposed to be pretty comparable to the Joseph Magnus. What we're talking about. The only difference is they say that's a 8 to 9 year
the Magnus
bourbon. Yes. And so the price range on it is like a 80 to 100, 90 to 100, somewhere in that range.
That's fair. I've seen it in our market for about that.
This is 5 to 6 year, somewhere in that range, if I'm not mistaken. So you're looking at like a $50 to $60 range, 70 top end. I got this bottle for $59.
Oh, that's
so just a little
reasonable.
Just a little bit of background what we're going off of here. So
yeah. So why don't we have David pour us a dram of this, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Hey, man, thanks for pouring us a dram of this. The color, pretty dark. I mean, I think the color picks up a lot of the casks of the sherry cask.
You know, it's not a well-aged bourbon, so it definitely gets that color from
that sherry
cognac.
Mm-hmm.
So your mouth's not filled with nutty taste, is what you're saying?
No. Yeah, it's like where you hold the glass.
Yeah. If I'm back out here, I can smell that.
I get the orange. It's almost like a burnt orange kind of thing for me.
I do smell raisins a little bit.
Dude, I smell cotton candy. This is like after you said raisins, I was like, I smell cotton candy.
Am I supposed to agree with you here? Or what?
No, you don't have to agree with me.
There's a lot of dried,
Right?
There's a lot of dried fruit going on.
It smells like cotton candy. Smells like oranges and cotton candy to me. Which, I mean, I like both those things. You're hungry?
Maybe you are.
Oh, I might be.
Oh, I'm definitely stopping and getting some food on the way home, Shelby.
Can we get a Sonic shake?
She was like, I was waiting for you to say that.
Candy.
Like, when I get cotton candy, I always think it's a good idea. Then I get it, I'm like, this is a terrible idea.
Terrible.
It's
Very sorry.
It's like Taco Bell. Like, back in the day, you go there 2 in the morning. That's a great idea. And you eat it, and you're like,
You never feel satisfied afterwards.
you don't. That's what their slogan should be. Taco Bell, you're never satisfied. I was like, everything you have on that bar, I'll take it. And they're like, it won't fit in. You remember that one time I went, they couldn't fit it all in the burrito? They had to extend it. They had to like double my burrito. I was like, I don't care what you got to do, just make it all fit.
I feel like we got better content here than we do on the actual bourbon review.
Where were we?
Definitely sweet.
Rich.
I mean, it's deep. I mean, there's a lot of depth.
There is.
I can already tell you, if it doesn't taste like it smells, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
The cherry, I keep on bringing that up in almost every review where there's a good bourbon, but I just smell it. I don't like dark cherry, almost like if you're making an old fashioned, you have those dark cherries that are fancy. I can't remember what they're called. They have like the red label. I'll put a link. But the juice, man, the juice from those, like if you get the spoon and dip the cherry out and make an old fashioned and get some of that juice in there, that's kind of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
All bourbon cherries.
Yeah. So that's in there. Maybe some orange peel. The Jimenez and Pedro and you know those sherry casks, I think really give this a lot, like you said, a dimension.
Of that.
Yeah. So David, why don't we go to the palate on this one? See what we
taste.
get. Yeah, give it a taste.
It's got a really rich, nutty taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little bit of cinnamon on the back end.
I think the cinnamon for me is on the front end. I think the cherries are pretty prominent in the middle of the palate. There's some brown sugar in there for me.
Yeah.
I think we just lost a light. We'll keep on soldiering on. We're gonna make it through it. You know, there's on the Google Web Face Buddy page that we're looking at, it says that there's supposed to be a baked Granny Smith apple. Man, I don't know if I get that. That's kind of a stretch. Have you ever walked on a warm summer day and smelled the orchard? Is it orchard? Orchard.
Yeah, if you got good content, you can contribute.
I don't know if I smell any Granny Smith apples from Kroger on a Thursday afternoon. The hell? No. These websites crack me up. All the different noses and, you know. I mean, I really think I pick up 3 or 4 different things and it's delicious. I'm not trying to discount the whiskey here. It's the marketing stuff I think is funny.
It's got a really deep, rich
It does. To it. It does.
Like, more than I get out of a typical for this price range bourbon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And son of a bitch, I read the Granny Apple thing, and I'd be damned if I don't smell it now.
The sherry and cognac cask adds a lot to it.
It does. And I'm not a big, like, I maybe had one cognac drink in my entire life, and it's probably when I was in high school and drinking Cisco or something. Yeah. You remember Cisco?
No.
Oh Jesus, you are young.
Way out of my league there.
Oh no, it's not a league you want to be in.
Well, it's age league.
Yeah. Damn, it's ruthless. He's right.
What?
One time I lit my beard on fire. Kevin, you remember that? It was off. I think it was off of. Was it Yukon Jack? Did some shots and it got him. Anyway, I had my face on fire.
I don't even know what that is.
Yukon Jack. It's a Canadian whiskey. It's terrible. But everybody in the room was laughing at me. And I looked over and I said, "What?" And a big fireball came out of my mouth, and I was panicked and started hitting my face. My parents wondered why I had burns all over my face the next day. I was in high school. I was the guy that could grow a beard and go get booze for everybody.
You have to do a lot of editing on this one.
No, he's going to get a kick out of that. He watches this. There's about 5 or 6 buddies that will laugh their ass off on that one.
I get a really nutty taste to it.
I bet you do. Sorry.
We're going back to this.
Okay. Is it mouth-filling? Mouth-filling nuts?
Fills my mouth with the nutty taste.
We're not serious at all. It's good. It's okay. He's bigger than me, so I'll have to yield, but you know, whatever. I'm wiser.
Do you not get that though?
I do.
Which is odd because they don't talk about this.
Yeah, it's not on the site.
Of course, it's a combination of things, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
ripe grapes.
The leather and the chocolate, I think, is something that's in the distance on the back end. So if you're a Scotch drinker at all and you've had Macallan 12, the sherry cask, there's some hints of that. The cocoa is there, the leather is there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty complex whiskey for it's 6 years old.
And like I mentioned, I get more out of this than I do like a normal. If I'm gonna go buy a $59 bottle, the cognac and cherry adds a lot to it.
Yeah.
It makes it very deep.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good word for it.
It's definitely it's mouth coating.
Mm-hmm. David's had too much to drink. So I mean that kind of, you know.
Do you not feel like it gives you like that taste that it's aged longer than it actually is though?
It does. I mean, for a 5 to 6 year old bourbon, it seems more complex than like what it should be. So on the finish on this one, I think it's a pretty, I wouldn't say a long finish, but maybe a medium if I'm having to give it a rating. I'm getting some of that brown, excuse you, some of that brown sugar.
Have to do some editing.
Yeah, he inhaled whiskey.
I'm joking.
He's a fireman. He'll save himself. So on the finish on this one, before David choked to death, we were talking kind of about some of the flavors that we get. So this doesn't last a real long time. I mean, I think I mentioned earlier, like, stop making noise, please. Did you get something crunchy? Is that gonna? She tends to crunch a lot.
See, I feel like this is the best content, honestly.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be edited here.
So the finish, you know, you get a lot of that dark fruit, but it's not.
I get a lot
It
of
doesn't
that.
stay real long. It's
No.
average. I don't know what that means. It's good, and for, you know, I mean, do you have anything else on the finish, like the dark fruit?
Maybe like a little cinnamon, brown sugar.
Better test that.
You know, I think the dark fruit is kind of on the front end of the finish, which is really kind of a play on words, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
I get what you're saying.
It doesn't end with the fruit. It ends with the brown sugar, to me.
So we didn't find this one on Breaking Bourbon. We found this on the Bourbon Culture, and they have a rating of 6.7 out of 10, which is above average. I think I would rate it maybe a little higher, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm just a dude in Arkansas. You know, I mean, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
So, you know, we always give our bottles a rating. We take into consideration availability, coughing, and market value. Thanks, Shelby. When was the last time you ruined it for everybody? Oh, huh?
Who said Shelby?
I said Shelby.
I said Shelly.
Shelly. I think I have called you Shelly before.
I'm definitely not invited back. So.
I don't know. This could be the best video ever
It
made.
could be.
I mean,
I just thought it was you, not me. I would have been a picture.
No, you wouldn't. Okay. I don't know why these people keep talking that we're married to. They don't ever stop with the. So we normally rate these on a scale of 1 to 5. I would say, with considering availability, taste, and value, this one. How much did you pay again? 50.
59.
59. So $60. Availability, I think I've seen this about every other liquor store I go in.
I don't think it's hard to find.
No, I'm probably gonna go with 4 1/4 on this one.
I'm gonna say 4.5.
4 1/2.
I mean, obviously, I brought the bottle to you, and
This
is where we're at. So,
yeah. We may have had a drink off camera too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites so far.
It's almost like you're getting the best of both worlds from Scotch and bourbon. You get the vanilla forward stuff from the typical bourbon flavors, right? Which I enjoy. Sometimes it can be a little much, but I think it's toned down by the sherry cask and cognac cask finishing in this one. So it's. I guess what I'm saying is
it's a really good mixture.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is.
I think so too. I think it's complex. I think the value is good. So I'm like I said, I'm 4 1/4. You're 4.
Seems like it's fairly available.
Yeah,
in our market.
It is. So you're 4 1/2, and I'm 4 1/4.
Yeah,
we're pretty much about the same on this one. Definitely recommend picking this bottle up. If it's in your market and you're at that $50 to $70 value, anywhere in there, I think it's a fair purchase. So parting thoughts on this one to me, if you're one of those folks out there that likes Scotch and bourbon like I do, I think you're going to like this one. David's not so much into Scotch.
Yeah, and I haven't dabbled into it a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing.
Or bad. We'll teach this guy, don't worry. So, with that said, if you don't mind, if you like this content, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell, and I would love any type of feedback. So anyway, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, or Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. Again, I'm your host, Justin Lloyd.
This is David.
And we will see you next time.